Hello and welcome back, all my Dragon Ball theorists. I hope everyone has been enjoying their holidays. I know I have, and we had a pretty epic Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 55 this past month. There have been some obvious reveals, but also some subtle clues for things to come. One of those subtle clues in this panel right here is when Merus was powering up. We only saw Goku's leg, but we can clearly see that there is no aura around it. Then in the very next panel, it has what appears to be Ultra Instinct. Now what I mean by Ultra Instinct is the one that we are familiar with, which is the Omen UI, as he was trying to master it, where in the manga it was clearly portrayed as this flowing aura around Goku. It is obvious they didn't want to give us a full panel of it as Goku first achieved it in the manga, because like Beerus, we would go nuts. So they just give us this little teaser to make us question just how strong has Goku become while training with Merus in the time chamber. Is it possible that Goku has achieved the ability to use Ultra Instinct at will? Is it possible that the second coming of Ultra Instinct will feature a new design, which is also why they only teased us? Today, in this video, let's cover all the facts, go into detail of the panels explaining some information, and see if we can reveal what we have in store for us when Goku fights Moro on Earth. When I line up some panels next to the one that was revealed last chapter of Goku training, it looks pretty clear that this was intended to let us know that Goku has achieved some level of control over Ultra Instinct. I could be wrong, but it seems to be a clear visual representation looking at Goku from the Tournament of Power with Ultra Instinct next to the panel teasing us that he now has achieved it again. To solidify this clue, right before this happened, Goku and Merus were going to spar one last time before heading to Earth. Goku states, "I'll just have to use everything I've learned in here," which tells me one of those things he has learned is indeed Ultra Instinct. So what does this mean? If Goku had more time, would he have mastered it again and give us the silver hair we saw at the tournament? Or is this Ultra Instinct going to be different as Goku reaches new heights in power? I think it will be the latter, because if we remember, the reason why Goku lost Ultra Instinct and couldn't wield it properly is that his body wasn't prepared for the power of the gods. Whis explained that he may have achieved Ultra Instinct, but Goku hasn't trained enough to wield it properly. However, times have changed because Goku fought Broly, has been defeated 2 times by Moro, and now has had 6 months of training inside the time chamber with Merus. So it is obvious that Goku's power has improved exponentially. His body and soul are now ready to wield the ability of Ultra Instinct more effectively. The only question that remains, has Goku mastered the emotional aspect of it so he can effectively turn it on and off? We must remember that Ultra Instinct at will is a 2-part deal. First, you need power, but the most difficult part is mastering the emotional training in order to activate it whenever you want. When Goku first started his training with Merus, he just wasn't getting it. He questioned how he even learned it the first time. As we know, Goku discovered Ultra Instinct by accident because of the tremendous emotional shock at the tournament. It was a life or death situation with the fate of the universe on his shoulders. So they decided to reenact the same conditions where Merus would go after Goku with the intent to kill, and in that moment where your emotions run wild, rage, grief, joy, those strong emotions can translate to prodigious power. It will activate when you achieve self-control in the face of a jarring shock to your emotions. Such is Ultra Instinct. No wonder why it's difficult for even the gods to achieve. Also why Jiren doesn't have Ultra Instinct. He believes in being in complete control by the use of absolute power. Getting in touch with your emotions so you can be calm in the face of danger isn't an easy aspect of life to master. A tall task for Goku, but 6 months of brutal training with an angel in the time chamber should have done the trick. Now, one more thing that I want to clear up about Ultra Instinct, and I did a full in-depth video already called Goku Beyond Ultra Instinct, so please check that out to go along with this one, as I don't want to repeat too much of the information in there. A great way to look at Ultra Instinct is that when you achieve that ability, it is like your limiter is being broken. A little One Punch Man terminology for anyone that follows that show, but it does apply when we look at what Whis was really telling Goku and Vegeta. They completely lack speed. You both think before you act, so your speed is being limited. As we know, speed wins most fights, and it just shows how crazy it was for Jiren to match up with mastered Ultra Instinct Goku without having access to that ability, which is the part of the equation that Goku and Vegeta must continue to train for to raise their actual battle power. If Goku has Ultra Instinct, this limiter on his speed is actually removed, but he can still raise his power and thus continue to raise his speed. This is why even if two masters of Ultra Instinct fight, they won't just miss each other and avoid danger forever, making their fight a stalemate. The fighter that has the higher battle power will be faster, stronger, and defeat the other fighter, despite being a master of Ultra Instinct. I always like to bring this point up because some fans believe that Ultra Instinct is this end-all be-all of power-ups, that it is this trump card that can't be overcome. However, that is just not true at all, and prefer to look at Ultra Instinct as the very beginning of learning what true power of the gods is. It isn't by any means anywhere close to the end or highest power possible. Achieving Ultra Instinct is part of the foundation to see the world beyond. It is still no match for the power of the angels, who are infinitely stronger than Goku and Vegeta still. I think it is exciting that as our heroes get vastly stronger, they still have so much room to grow in terms of power. At least that is the way I look at it. Besides, this gives us future arcs to look forward to with stronger and stronger villains, because if Goku and Vegeta caught up to the angels in power, there would be nothing left and the story would end. A really important panel that I want to go over that just shows that there isn't much Whis can't do. Merus and Goku were powering up in another dimension sealed off from the outside world. Whis teleported them from another dimension as if it was nothing and said that will be enough. An older angel like Whis is a higher dimensional level being, with power that is just incomprehensible still for Goku and Vegeta. In some comments, a thought is that Goku pushed Merus to use his full power or angel powers, and that just isn't true. At no point did we witness Merus struggling while fighting Goku. He just stated that he wasn't going to hold back, which means at the conclusion of their training, Merus would have told Goku before heading to Earth that he was an angel as the halo was beginning to appear. Don't get me wrong, Goku got massively stronger and seems to have achieved Ultra Instinct at will, but he isn't pushing any angels to their limits. Even Merus, who is still an angel in training, which is why he bows to Whis and realizes his wrongdoing. Merus was only there to learn more about the mortal world since he is a troublemaker, and I am sure more will be revealed about him and how strong he is coming up in future chapters. I just don't want people getting overly carried away, thinking Goku is anywhere near angel level in terms of power. Fortunately for us, Goku and Vegeta can get hundreds or thousands of times stronger as the show goes on and still only be grasping at the tip of that iceberg. Remember, Ultra Instinct is just the beginning and removing your limiter. This is why it was stated as a limit-breaking form of the gods. We were then left with Merus saying, "I have faith you will defeat Moro," and Goku replying, "Sure, I'll figure something out," which is how Goku has always approached fights that seemed unwinnable. I think this panel shows that Goku has a calm resolve from his training and can activate Ultra Instinct at will. The question is, will it be enough? Will Ultra Instinct prevent Moro from absorbing his energy like he originally thought? I don't know. I was hoping Gohan's mystic powers wouldn't be absorbed, but we found out that isn't the case. I do think that since this arc has built up to be this final battle on Earth with so many fighters that it won't just come down to one ability or one fighter. Besides, that'd be pretty boring if it did, and Dragon Ball Super isn't about that. Especially since so much has been built up for Goku and Vegeta, who are walking different paths as the main characters of the show. So it would only make sense that both of them would be required as well as all the Z fighters on Earth to secure the win against Moro and his army. Just like the Tournament of Power, it will take everyone to win and be a team effort. The final question is, when Goku activates Ultra Instinct again, will it look the same as we saw from his Omen UI at the tournament? Will Toyotaro change the look of it slightly to reflect how much stronger Goku has become and being able to wield it at will? It's a possibility that there will be some changes the second time around. Remember, the first look at God Ki gave us the red hair Super Saiyan God, and this energy only to be combined with the power of Super Saiyan to give birth to the Super Saiyan Blue transformation. Now that Ultra Instinct has returned, it will be interesting if another twist lies ahead for us fans. Now tell me, what did you think of the subtle clues about Goku's new power and attaining Ultra Instinct at will? How will this new power be used to take down Moro? Do you want to see a Goku Omen UI at will, or do you think this new power of Goku needs a visually different design? I always love to hear your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it and smash that like button. Also, please subscribe and turn on that notification bell to keep those theories coming.